Welcome to All Caps, where the Bing Bong continues to Bing Bong across the nation. The Knicks are 5-2 at the time of this recording, and Mike Breen has caught Bing Bong fever. Here he is.
I tell people, man, you were Durant before Durant. Julius Randle banks it in. Bing Bong.
Bing Bong! Ah! Let's do it one more time. Mike Breen, amazing. Thank you, Mike Breen, for acknowledging the Bing Bong. And of course, the discussion now moves to, with any kind of like startup, with any kind of like IP, you move into these discussions about who created it. Everybody wants to benefit from the success of Bing Bong, the massive success of Bing Bong, but we've now moved into these conversations of who is the originator of Bing Bong, and who is it? Who is the Winklevoss of the Bing Bong? Let's find out. Here is Gorilla DEMZ, rapper from Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York, and a frequent contributor to the Side Talk NYC Instagram page, here claiming that he is the inventor of Bing Bong.
Here's my man Gorilla DEMZ from Coney Island. DEMZ, Craig Carton, Evan Roberts, how you doing, pal?
Nice to meet you guys.
Look at you, big handsome son
Don't
of a
ever
gun.
disrespect me. Bing Bong comes from me and that shit.
That's it.
I thought you guys were gonna have this.
Hey, listen, guy, don't you ever talk like that to me. I came out of the womb going bing, bing, bong.
I love New York. Also, we should note that Bing Bong, in reality, that is the Metropolitan Transport Authority's IP. That's the sound of the subway doors when they close. Stand clear of the closing doors, please, Bing Bong. And then, so no one owns that but the MTA. But of course, with Mike Breen saying Bing Bong, and with the founders of Bing Bong fighting over the scraps of Bing Bong, we've now moved to the point where Bing Bong might be overrated. Let's go to Reddit. Discard Joker asks, is anybody else already thinking Bing Bong is getting a little played out? Like, I understand it. I know it's the noise the subway makes. Thank you for acknowledging that. I've seen the Side Talk videos and how it really originated. It's a unique thing, and I'm happy to have it. But do we really need like 5 edits a day of the guy from Inside Out and Tim's? I mean, it's like, welcome to the internet. I'm sorry, but this is how it works.
You don't get to choose your rallying cry, though. I had Sons in 4, and that was all violence. Like, you get whatever your rallying cry is. It comes naturally, and that's the one you end up with.
Thank you for saying that, because that is true. What resonates with the audience is what resonates to the audience. And if we all knew how it worked, we would just do it all the time. Let's go across town to the Brooklyn Nets, where Kyrie Irving has yet to play for the team. The Nets record 4-3. I mean, they're on the rise right now. They've got too much talent to have stayed out of the playoff picture, although I definitely hope that. And here's Kyrie on his Instagram. And there is no caption, but here is Stephon Marbury, it's bigger than basketball. We have 2 of the best point guards in New York Knicks history commenting on this. Moving on, the Boston Celtics, who had a players-only meeting, which is a great sign. Of course, Danny Ainge, in one of the great escapes from a crime scene in history, just like slipped away and was like, Brad Stevens, you should run this thing. Everything's set up for you. Don't worry about it. Come on. And moved up. And then they hired EMMY Udoka, who seems like a great guy. Not that the team necessarily trusts him, because again, they had a meeting without him. And now they continue to lose. And here is Marcus Smart.
And like I said, for me, I can only do so much with just standing in the corner or when I come up and give the ball away. So, I do everything I can on the other end to try to combat that.
So all I'm hearing here is I would like to live on the West Coast and play for a West Coast team. Here's my take. I think that the secret, which is not a secret, is the Celtics have 2 players, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who are above average, and everybody else is kind of like below average. Marcus Smart is a defensive player who moves the ball, who's not a scorer like in any capacity. Al Horford is 55 years old, but like good for 55. And then like everybody else is like whatever, and it's a lot of one-on-one ball. Marcus Smart is right, but also he's the 3rd or 4th best guy on the team, and so nobody ever listens to those guys. Also, you can feel Ime Udoka's, his seat's gotta be hot. I mean, it's not right.
This early?
It's Boston, baby. It's Boston, and you're talking about a fan base that once legitimately was like, I wouldn't trade Brad Stevens for like a top 5 NBA star. Remember when Celtics fans were like, I don't know, like, would I trade Brad Stevens, like, straight up for Paul George? I need to think, what else is in the deal? I'm not sure. Joining us now with some spice from the Spinsters podcast. Check it out wherever you get your podcast, Jordan Ligons. Jordan Ligons, what do you have for us today?
Paul George of the Los Angeles Clippers, I believe, adds fake hair into his braids so that they look better, that they are longer, and that they stay fresh longer, which, again, nothing wrong with it. I just would like him to, like, own up to it.
How do we know that this is occurring?
Okay, so there's a couple telltale signs. His afro in August 2020. This is very important because what we're going from is a very small afro. There's no way in history that afro is reaching the back of the neck.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's a problem right off the top. Then in photo 1, you can see it's just too straight. The hair from the braid is too straight, too straight for it to actually be his hair. It's just not possible. You
are a Lakers fan, and this has nothing to do with that, correct? This is bigger than basketball, as Kyrie might say.
Nothing to do that I despise the Clippers and everything that they are and everything that they're about. It has nothing to do with that at all. I am a Lakers fan, the real team in LA, but besides that, I think, if we compare it to other people that have intricate cornrows, if we do an AI, Rip Hamilton,
Kawhi,
he's trying to be like Kawhi. That's really what it's about. But all of those people we have seen with bigger afros, have we not? We have seen their full afros.
Right, you've seen it out.
I've not seen that from Paul
There's always
George.
that pic where it's like half done or it's out all the way out, and we've never seen it with Paul. You're right. I don't know how this escaped us, but this is why we had you on. Jordan, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Investigative journalism.
Let's go to the meat. Zion Williamson. So listen, Zion Williamson is recovering from a broken bone in his foot. Continues to be out 2 to 3 more weeks, Mark Stein says. Pels coach Willie Green tells reporters today. Here is Zion Williamson and Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, 2 people who know about the way size interacts with feet.
Warming up. We don't have them. It could be another 2 or 3 weeks, but Chuck, you had a visceral reaction to this.
It looked like me and Shaq had a baby.
We got to be careful not to fat shame Zion. And he's not able to get his full cardio routine in right now. We've all been inside, like we all went through a pandemic, right? Where you were just like lifting books. Did you see those workouts that they'd have in like New York Times? Like, take your book and like go like this. Like, what the fuck is that? It's not doing anything. And so Zion can't work out, and it's natural that he would gain a little weight. That being said, I think we've all known dudes like this who it's like they were shaving at like in 6th grade and they never needed to go to the gym ever to put on. They were just like hulking out all the time. And then if they did go to the gym and did like 3 curls, they'd come in the next day with like a gigantic muscles with like veins running through it. Zion is just like, he's fighting against what his body wants to do all the time. Like, his body wants to be big. And everybody's like, you can't. And he probably knows, like, I can't be that big. But his body's like, no, I want to be so big right now. Here is Brian Windhorst on the situation. Things aren't good in New Orleans right now, with all due respect to everybody. What is that? Why do you need to protect everybody's feelings? They have completely, totally, utterly, inexplicably botched how they've communicated the Zion Williamson injury. There's no other way to put it. Here's the way that the Zion Williamson injury was announced. They were just like, it's new start for the season. It's so exciting. We got a new coach. It's going to be great. A lot of new things going on. New Orleans is fantastic. Also, Zion injured his foot. Bye. Okay, bye. And then they left. And then it was just like really fast. I don't understand how Zion's body works, but listen, everybody's saying we should be concerned, and I'm a little bit concerned. That's all.
I know you badly want this to be a 90s revival of the Knicks and the Heat and the Bulls.
I do want that.
But that's not happening.
Why is scoring down so much, Howard?
Scoring is always down early in the season. This isn't new. It happens every year in the first couple weeks of the season.
Sorry about that.
I think maybe it's just a lot of them struggling at the same time. Eventually they'll find the right combination of factors to get the scoring unlocked.
Would you say, Howard, that it's fair to characterize offenses as getting shredded right now?
I think what we're seeing is a long overdue correction by the officials.
A popping of the bubble, if you will.
We will see a pumping up of the numbers once more.
Let me spoon feed you this next question, Howard. Where can people find your work?
Jason, thank you always for having me. I appreciate it. People can find my work at si.com and in Sports Illustrated, where I will soon have a feature about Scoot Henderson of the G League Ignite.
Okay, thank you, Howard Beck of Sports Illustrated. It's been a delight. Let's go to the scroll. Okay, so in crime news, crime is bad. Here is Max is Nice, who has yet to decorate his apartment, talking about an event that happened to him.
All right, y'all, so I'm about to explain to y'all how I got robbed, and I really appreciate...
Sorry. I've been mugged. It's not fun, and I hope that and I'm glad to see that he's fine.
But basically, you know, it's Halloween. I'm walking out of one of these LA clubs. I'm walking to the car. I'm on the phone. 3 dudes with hoodies pull up on me with guns in my face, whatever. They hard. I get it.
Wow. It's like, still taking shots at these guys. They hard. I get it. Also, I feel like probably tell this to the authorities or something.
I'll go. And they talking about, give me all your shit. I'm with all this jewelry and stuff. And they talking about, give me all your shit. I'm like, yo, listen, I will cash app all y'all right now. I'll cash app y'all $1,000 each. Just let me walk away.
I think that's racist. He will go straight to Cash App, not Venmo, not, PayPal. Y'all are on Cash App.
If y'all starving, walk down to Subway with me. I'll get all y'all footlongs. I'll feed all of y'all, and I'll cash app all y'all. So now they.
So that's so it's $1,000 each, plus like a number plus a sub, a drink, and chips.
Do you think he does the full meal though?
Yeah, it's the full meal.
He just says footlongs though.
No. He'll go the full. I mean, like, you're not gonna get there and be like, whoa. I didn't say drink now. Hold on, I didn't say chips. Let me stop you there. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like crime. I don't like people getting robbed. I think it's terrible. Scottie Pippen continues to speak, and it's fantastic for all of us. Here we go. He couldn't have been more condescending if he tried. This is like when you see those clips on YouTube where it's like some scrub on the Vancouver Grizzlies says something to Mike, and then Mike is like, I check back in the game, and he scores 20 points in 2 minutes. Scottie, don't test him, because he can be more You think he can't? Mike is the greatest of all time, and if you don't think he can be more condescending to you, he can't. Other quotes from Scottie Pippen. Let's see. What's up, dude? Here's a text that apparently Scottie get. What's up, dude? I'm getting word that you're upset with me. Love to talk about it if you have the time. Okay? What else? Let's see. How dare Michael treat us that way after everything we did for him and his precious brand? I'm not suggesting that Michael wouldn't have been a superstar wherever he ended up. Of course not. Because that would have been really wild. Honestly, like that, I would have respected more. If Scottie was like, Michael wouldn't have been jack shit without me and Tony Kukoc and Luke Longley and Ho Grant and all of us made Michael. Here's the other thing. It's clear that Scottie has been holding on to this for a while. I think they need to do like a Scottie doc. That's just like Scottie sets the record straight. Scott Pippen unleashed. And it's just like Scottie in a smoke-filled like room just being like... And another thing that Mike did that really fucking pissed me off, he stepped on my shoes one time, and it was they're the shoes he got me. He did get me those from Nike, but he scuffed them.
I think when Jordan got in that car, he was like, I get to say anything I want to him.
Oh, 100%. It's like, if that's how Mike works. If he buys you a car, a vehicle, you're his from now on, and I like it.